The men in the comment section are throwing up, crying, sliding down the wall, and fighting the air, all because a woman said this.
I'm getting married next year, but I'm not buying a new house for my new husband because the house we live in right now is just fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We live in a house that I built 22 years ago, which that was an experience, a great experience. I learned a lot. So I'm the only owner, and now it's we. It was customized to my liking, but it has everything we need.
Men think logically more than they do emotionally. And if you are in a relationship with a woman and you guys get into an argument, this topic is going to come up. Now, because women more times than men actually deal in their emotions, what is going to end up happening is this is going to be used to her advantage. Now, does this happen the other way around? Absolutely. But men tend to be a little bit more respectful in this regard because we know that we're holding that particular power, so we try not to hold it over women's heads. What's going on, people? This is your boy Say One's History. You are watching Mel's Perspective. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This way you're updated for all cool new content that's coming out. You know, that good stuff. The good stuff. But anyway, we are going to be touching on a very controversial topic today. And I know that sounds ridiculous, especially coming from this channel here, because we always talking about controversial stuff. But today, this one is going to be a little sticky. And the reason that is because we are going to be talking about women and their property buying and why women that are desiring to get married, desiring to be in a serious relationship, should not buy property. Y'all think my statement is crazy? Well, let's get into these clips and y'all let me know what y'all think, because it's going to be a wild one. I'm going to let you know right now.
The men in the comment section are throwing up, crying, sliding down the wall, and fighting the air, all because a woman said this.
I'm getting married next year, but I'm not buying a new house for my new husband because the house we live in right now is just fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We live in a house that I built 22 years ago, which that was an experience, a great experience. I learned a lot. So I'm the only owner, and now it's we. It was customized to my liking, but it has everything we need.
Truthfully, I don't even know what it is that she was supposed to have said wrong here. They're complaining that she's saying too many I's, too many me's, not enough we's. But she did say we. But we didn't build that house 21 years ago. She did. Clearly, her man doesn't have a problem with it, or he wouldn't be marrying her. I feel like men like this project their own insecurities onto other men.
No, that's not it at all. Let me stop it right there and actually tell you why men actually have issues with this, okay? Because women, the majority of the time, they think in their emotions more than they think in their logic. Men think logically more than they do emotionally. And if you are in a relationship with a woman and you guys get into an argument, this topic is going to come up. Now, because women more times than men actually deal in their emotions, what is going to end up happening is this is going to be used to her advantage. Now, does this happen the other way around? Absolutely. But men tend to be a little bit more respectful in this regard because we know that we're holding that particular power, so we try not to hold it over women's heads. We don't use it as a talking point. But I've had this situation done to me before, not in particular with the house, but in regards to letting a woman do something for you. There's a certain kind of energy, a certain kind of boss chick energy that actually happens when a woman holds leverage over a man because it's not something that she's used to. It's not something that's normal for her. And when you get something that you're not used to, some kind of power that you're not familiar with, sometimes you can run amok and just be out of control with it. And I notice that actually happens with women a lot. Women that make more than their men, women that have some kind of house or status or whatever the case may be, they just they take it to the head, you guys. I hate to say it, but they take it to the head. And this is not all women by any stretch of the imagination. I think there are genuinely good women out there, and I've actually ran into a few of those women too. But from my point, from my perspective, have I ran into more women that are on the negative side versus the positive side? I've definitely ran into more negative than positive. And you guys, let me know what you think. Have you ran into this? And when you deal with women, do you experience more of the negative or more of the positive? I really want to hear your opinion on this. Let me know, but let's get on to the next one.
I don't care what y'all say. I am speaking from experience. The girls with nothing to offer get the most. I don't know why, but niggas love them a flat purse. They love them a flat pocket. They hate the girls with their own money. I feel as though that they hate the girls with their own money because you cannot buy the girls with their own money because they got their own pay. But the girls
So
that
wrong. So wrong.
got the flat purse and the flat pocket, them the bitches that you could cheat on them, dog them out the worst. All you gotta do is come with a little Chanel bag, a little Gucci bag.
I gotta stop this. It's not about dogging people out or taking advantage of them or anything like that. The reason men don't actually like dating women with what you say, their own pockets, is because when you have money like that, it comes with a certain spirit. And men don't like dealing with women who act like men. We are the opposite sex. So we like the opposite things in each other. So if you like a provider, a protector, and a provisionary, then I'm going to like the opposite. I want the opposite of that from you, which is submissiveness, kindness, humbleness, loving, nurturing, caring, those type of things. We are repelled at you acting like us. We don't want to date a man. We want to date a woman. I hope that cleared it up for you.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
This is gonna be crazy to say, but I'd say getting my own apartment.
Yeah.
Because recently, back in May, I got my first apartment.
Congrats.
And thank you, even though like everything's going smoothly, like paying my grandma $300 versus paying $1,500 is way better.
A lot better, right?
And she kept saying like, "Why don't you stay with me? I'm only asking for $300." And I was like,
Right.
"Because I want my own space." But now, regretting that decision.
Do you feel like it's not worth it, even though you have your own space now?
Because I have my own space, I love that. I like being alone, but at the same time, I had my own space when I was living with her, so
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
But you can bring people over though without.
That was my hugest thing, is that I was able to bring people over.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was saving a lot more money. Like now, like I definitely have to penny pinch with certain things.
Yeah,
I can't do what I
penny pinch,
want to
right?
do, you know? So
You were able to bring people over. What kind of people? What were you doing when you were bringing those people over? So it just goes back to my point in the last video. Having a place by yourself, if you are looking to be a kept and married woman, is not in your best interest. And the reason that is because it comes again with a certain kind of spirit. Some women can actually deal with this perfectly fine and not have any issues whatsoever. But when you get off on your own as a woman, and this is why biblically you're supposed to be under your father's household, and then you go into your husband's household. So you're not out willy nilly just doing whatever the world allows you to do. Because what happens is you invite all these crazy spirits, and once you do that, you've been corrupted. Your spirit has been corrupted. And it makes it harder for you to be able to mate and equally yoke with a man, become one in one flesh and one spirit. Because you've had so many different tastes, and now you have, exquisite, tastes for different things. And it makes it harder for you to be able to love on somebody that maybe 2 or 3 years ago, when you didn't have all these spirits on you, would have been perfect for you. You know, a lot of women will argument me or debate me tooth and nail on this topic here. And I get it. I understand where they're coming from. But at the same time, it makes it harder for you guys to be able to connect with somebody in a consistent long-term relationship.
So Holly, listen. So right, a two-income household. Now listen, we can definitely have a nice 3-bedroom house under just my income. You dig what I'm saying? 3-bedroom, 2-car garage. But now, out of both our incomes, we can get an 8-bedroom house, 4-car garage. Why are we not elevating together? What you gonna do with your money while I'm paying for everything?
So no. I'm not saying that you're gonna be paying for everything. When I say a 2-income household, I'm not bringing my income. If I start dating a man and he's like, okay, we're gonna get serious, we're gonna make money together. My income prior to you has nothing to do with you. I'm not bringing it to the table, because if you a man, you supposed to groom me, right? We supposed to do this together. My income don't have nothing to do with what
I get it, but we're talking about after we've already been together.
Yeah.
Once we're already together, right? And we're trying to figure out, all right, look, we're looking for a new house. Are we going to look for this new house under just my income or both ours?
You talking to me. If you're dating me, your income gonna be solidified. You're not gonna care about that. I'm not bringing man to the table.
It's not me caring about it. It's about the banks. I can't get this 1.5.
Now that's different.
Listen, no, it's not. That's what I'm talking about. This $1.5 million house that I want, they're not going to just, hold on. They're not just going to give it to me off my income. Both our incomes will get the house.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So what do you mean you're not going to bring it to the table?
Okay, so.
Okay, I got to stop it there because I agree and I disagree. I understand what he's saying. It's good to put your money together. And then it also brings a sense of, ownership to both of you. But with that being said, you guys, why is he talking about getting a house with 8 bedrooms? I mean, I'm the type of person where, look, hey, I'm the man. I understand that I'm supposed to fund the majority of the bills. I get it. So let's do a 60-40 or a 70-30 or a 75-25 split. You know, that way you're taking care of something, but I'm taking care of the majority of the bill. Because of the reality of the situation is, ladies, unfortunately, you guys did do this. You wanted equality, now you got it. And it's still really, truly not even equality because the majority of men are taking either all the bills or taking care of, like I said, that split somewhere in between 60, 65, 70, 75. And then you're doing like 25-30% of the bills. That's what's really going on. The majority of the relationships and situationships out there here. But with that being said, man, I mean, what do you guys think about this? Because she's saying that she doesn't want to bring anything to the table in the beginning. And my thought process is like, hey, this is why you date to marry. Because if you would have dated to marry, that means that you would have put yourself in a situation where you were vetting this woman and you would have knew this about her long before you let your emotions and everything get involved. It would have just been that much easier to just wipe your hands and cut ties. For everybody that's in these spaces here, these male-centered spaces, I'm pretty sure you guys know who Anton Daniels is. I love his content. You know he does real estate here. If you know about him, that's what he's going to be talking about today. But of course, it's going to be involved with women. So let's get it, of course. Let's see what he got to say.
I have been knee deep in real estate for a long time, well over a decade and a half. I got a lot of friends that make a lot of money in real estate. Some of them are agents. Some of them have Section 8 housing. Some of them just buy and sell properties and flip them. Some of them actually are developers. And there's others of us that develop properties that we rent out to other people. I will tell you that I have never, since I've gotten into the real estate game, seen so many people, specifically women, that are getting evicted. Now, I'm going somewhere with this, so follow me. Women on this app will regularly tell you never to let a man move into your place. Hell, us men tell men that you should never give power of a woman to move in with
Absolutely.
her and then let her determine your fate by if she gets mad at you or something like that, she
That part.
will emasculate you, right? And we all talking about this provider and this, submissive and traditional situation and stuff like that. But I will also tell you that a conversation that's not being had is men, stop letting women that are not your wife move into your place, because there are a lot of women that are getting evicted and they're documenting it and they talking about it and they ain't tripping about it and they're gonna go and find somewhere else to live. But you know what women have a trump card of? They had that box, right? They
Wow.
know that there's always some guy, and no woman is single. I'm telling you right now, even if she says she's single or she's single by choice, there's somebody somewhere that she messing with and somebody that she know she can lean on to ultimately find her some housing or to let her move in or to let her stay overnight. And the next thing you know, she got a toothbrush there or whatever. Women have a trump card, and that's why you don't see a whole lot of them on the street, right? You see them saying they're getting evicted, but somehow, some way, they always find housing. I don't know if they just all going to their mama house. I don't know if they all just got a boyfriend that all of a sudden they want to commit to and they putting pressure on him in order to let her move in. Stop letting women move into your place because they're using you, family. And we got to stop dealing with women that are broke.
Bro, he's speaking facts. And this is just another situation where men got to hold the line. Include myself, because I've been in situations like this before too, where you're actually not letting them move in, but they start staying over like for a weekend, then a week or whatever the case may be. And now they're coming over every other weekend or something like that. That is essentially room and board. You housing these hoes and you need to stop. Okay. But with that being said, the reason why this is something that you would want to, hold the line on is because it brings accountability to women. And I'm not saying all women again. I'm saying specifically these women out here jump from pole to pole, and you know what I mean when I say pole, but jump from pole to pole, monkey branching, just to have somewhere to stay, or, to basically, you know, cash them out, or you know, make sure that men are able to take care of them in a pinch. Women do this. This happens so often. And the men, the very small percentage of men who try to do this to women, they can sling that pole and do it for a little bit. But we don't talk about how women do this regularly. This happens on such a larger scale on the women's side. And men, we are talking about this stuff now. Men are listening and talking to each other and trading notes and seeing what has happened in prior relationships. And because we're talking, whether it be on social media, these Facebook groups, these YouTube videos here, while we're gaming, we are talking to each other. And because we are talking to each other, we are giving each other the game. We know what's going on, and men are holding the line.
More women own homeowners than it is men.
And you think that's something to be proud of?
But what I'm saying
No,
is,
answer me. Is that something to be
it
proud
is.
of?
It
Explain to
is.
me why.
Because
I think
if
that's
that woman has kids, guess who gets that house? Guess who gets it?
Do you know what a homeowner
they're. Yes, I do know what
Scarcity mindset, but let's go.
a homeowner is.
okay,
Someone that owns their home, that's not paying the bank, that's not like
listen.
outright.
There's more women buying homes.
Okay.
Meaning they're taking out 30-year loans.
Oh my God, you always
to
gotta
get the
get
home.
technical.
But if you look up the
It's true.
statistics,
no man is
I'ma
buying
talk
a
to you
home
'cause
by
you got some common
himself.
sense.
What are you talking about? I bought a home by myself.
No man is buying his home by himself.
I'm gonna
He's
talk to
getting
you
a
because you
woman.
got common
He's
sense.
getting a woman.
Listen, single men typically don't buy homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men buy homes when they get a family, right?
Or when they want a family.
Meaning that they're married. So if you look up the stats, yes, more single women are buying homes than men because single men don't buy homes. It's actually sad because all that shows is women can't cooperate enough with a man to even be able to buy a home as a family, that they have to go out, acquire massive amounts of debt to buy the house by themselves. Not only are they buying the houses by themselves, Black women are getting evicted more than anybody in the country. If you look up the eviction rates, Black women are the most evicted people in the US. So yeah, you're buying these homes, but you
Facts.
can't even afford to pay them off. Why? Because you don't have that two income that you
I don't think
saying that you need. You don't think so?
I gotta cut it off right there. This is absolutely true. And then to speak on it and touch on it in a different perspective is like women were not meant to bear the burdens of men, but for some reason they want to bear the burdens of men. And look, it's all nice and dandy when you got your nice house. It's all nice and dandy when you got your job and everything is going smoothly. But when things start getting rough at the job, when you can't pay bills, when you lose your job or your company goes down or a car breaks down or whatever not, men are already thinking in the back of their head how they are going to take care of you and himself in these hard economic times. Just like today, I think about this all the time with my wife. I don't tell her, but I'm trying to make sure that if there is a rainy day, that we are secure. My father said this, man, and I believe this to be so true. Pressure is made for shoulders, not hips. All right, you guys, this one I thought was interesting. I'm not going to give away, but stay until the end for this one because I have a real interesting take on this. But let's go.
Okay, TikTok. If you're a homeowner and not like one of those male homeowners, I want to hear about the time that you were blatantly disrespected due to your gender because it is bad out here. I'll go first. So when I was 28, I bought my first house. Like by myself, I was single. And after a couple of years, I started dating someone, we got serious, he moved in, blah blah blah. So my house needed a new roof. And obviously, since it was my house, I was reaching out to roofing contractors to get quotes. So this one company, I emailed them and then I talked to them on the phone and then I set up the appointment and then I met with them for the appointment. Um, and then when they emailed me, again to my email address, the cost estimate, it was made out to my boyfriend. It's like, what the hell? How did they even get his name? I did not hire them.
All right. What do I think about this? What is my hot take on this? So, wait a minute. As a woman, you're mad that the company is allowing the man to take care of it. I mean, women say all the time that they want a man to be a provider, a protector, you know, but she's upset that they put it in his name or this is what I'm saying, you guys. Women, you're out of alignment. And this whole society is out of alignment. Now, you got your own house, you're taking care of your own roofing, all that, that's fine. There's no issue with that whatsoever. But there kind of is because you are in this position that a man would normally be in. Now the whole structure of how you guys do stuff and take care of things within your home is confusing. And again, when you're dealing with certain women, not all women, because I didn't get this type of vibe from this woman like she was using it against him. It sounds genuinely like she was just upset that they had put everything in her boyfriend's name. And look, I don't know her boyfriend from Adam and Eve. He could have been a horrible person and not known what to do whatsoever. But the point I'm trying to make is that you guys were, as a country, as a world, we're out of alignment and it causes confusion. And if you know anything about the devil, he was sent to rob, kill, steal, and cause confusion, mostly of all. And I did a video on that with, my LGBTQ video last time, where we talked about that and went into that. But, this is just going to keep happening. And hopefully, we can align and get on board with each other. But I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I just remember this is already written. So it is what it is. Look, you guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video here. Like I said, that was a touchy subject. So really let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you're updated for all cool new content. Leave your comments in the comment box, you guys. I know it gets hot in the comment box, but I want to hear your opinion. So drop them and let me know what you think. With that being said, again, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you again. I will holler at you later. God bless you all, and peace. You've made it to the end of this video, which basically means that we're best friends now. And best friends subscribe to best friends channels. And they like their videos too. So, I mean, I don't make the rules. It is what it is. You got to take that up under the Best Friend Act, code -7223-002. Write a subscription and subscribe.